Well, no one could believe he was sick. As a toddler, Christopher literally danced his way through chemotherapy, surgery, and radiation.
And he just kept on dancing even when doctors could no longer help him. This morning, Amy Troy shows us the CCA programs that brought Christopher and others in his life so much joy.
What day is it?
Hump day, hump day, hump day, hump day, hump day.
That's Christopher. His favorite saying, hump day. His parents say Christopher danced and played all through his year-and-a-half battle with cancer. The tubes and the medicine and the hospital stays didn't faze him. He was diagnosed with neuroblastoma at 18 months old as his family was moving to Oregon. It came out of nowhere. Robin says he was fussy, but he was also teething, so she took him to the doctor as a precaution.
The look on everybody's faces when they did the ultrasound, they told us he had a very large mass in his abdomen.
The diagnosis sent them on a challenging journey with countless hospital stays and deep friendships with volunteers at the Children's Cancer Association.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
Christopher was known as the little boy with big energy.
And he was just always lightened up a room. Everybody saw him, he just made him happy.
Most of the staff at the hospital considered him to be a 4-on-1 child. It took 4 adults to one little 2- or 3-year-old boy to be able to keep up with all of his energy.
His parents often joked that doctors were pumping him full of Red Bull rather than chemotherapy drugs. The CCA matched Sue Avar with Christopher to be his chemo pal.
It was truly amazing that they welcomed me in and that they allowed me the gift to be with Christopher and just have so much fun and laughter. I mean, there was so much laughter.
We'd see other kids at Dornbecker with chemo pals too, and how happy those kids were, and that sometimes it would, you know, even us as parents just needed a little bit of time, you know, and when Sue came, he was focused on Sue and what Sue brought and what was in that bag.
Sue played games with him in the hospital. She joined the Johnsons during family outings. Christopher also loved CCA's music program called My Music RX. One of its musicians, Kieran, also learned to play Christopher's favorite instrument. And take a look at this. See the frog cake and the joy in Christopher's eyes? When doctors suddenly gave him days to live, CCA volunteers quickly threw together a party. Christopher's frog-themed party also had real frogs and snakes.
Everybody who ever met him, he changed them, because I think they would see him and say, you know, every time I'm having a bad day, I look at this kid and here he is having a much worse day than any of us, and look at him, he's running around dancing, happy, smiling.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
His parents shared with me this video. That's Christopher dancing. As doctors said, his little body was shutting down.
His cancer had progressed over half his chest, and he had less than 1 lung left, and he was dancing around like that around the hospital. Pretty amazing. He was, seriously.
He passed away October 23rd, 2014. CCA named a star after him.
Christopher changed people.
I have loved this program since the day I got involved with it. I have loved the people I've met, the families I have met, and as Robin and Stephen said, we're family for life.
Sue is a part of our life forever now. And it's really nice that we get together and we go on walks, and you have that person that wants to and loves to talk about your child with you.
We have thousands of pictures of him, and they're all happy. I mean, was always happy.
What day? Hump day. Hump day. Hump day. Whoop, whoop.
Does it make you smile? You always say hump day on Wednesdays.
I know.
Okay, so here's the thing. Christopher's parents are keeping his I can't even talk. His parents are keeping his memory alive by still donating to the CCA. They do whatever they can to be involved. They're donating musical instruments because the My Music RX program is such an important part of their lives. You saw what it did for Christopher.
They really hope that others will get involved as well. And the thing that I love about the CCA, of course, everybody wants a cure. Everybody wants a cure for cancer and all these other life-threatening illnesses that children have to deal with and their families. But the CCA's only goal is to bring joy to these kids and their families. You see in that story the joyfulness that these programs brought to that family in their darkest hours. And that right there is why you need to look at this phone number.
Yep.
Make these phones ring, help families like Christopher's, and bring that joy even in those short little lives that,
we showed you the My Music RX program and his chemo pal Sue there and how connected they were. You know, not just giving money, but being a part of it yourself and volunteering is so very powerful.